Hi, guys, and welcome to the Truth Factor, where we do headlines with an attitude. We've got some developing story from Prague University killing 15 people in a shooting. And then kind of an article put up by Hal Turner talking about double jeopardy with the Trump thing, but I don't know that this actually is the same, but sounds good to me, right? And then Wisconsin elections commissioner, commission has kicked out the ban on for them to ban Trump there. So let's get into these articles. These articles are in the description in the box below. All right. Police chief says at least 15 people are dead after a mass shooting at Prague University, and this is from the AP. Prague's police chief says an armed man who killed at least 15 people was a student at the university where the mass shooting took place. The police and the Czech Republic's Interior Ministry earlier said the suspect was dead. He has not been named publicly. Officers sealed off the Jan Palach Square and evacuated the philosophy department building of Charles University, which is where the shooting took place. They are still searching the area, including the building's balconies, for possible explosives. This is breaking news. Update AP's earlier story follows below. So, and they said a mass shooting downtown Prague killed 10 people and injured about 30. And the person who opened fire was also dead. The Czech police and the city rescue service said Thursday. Anyway, so seems like not a fluent situation, but definitely something tragic has happened at another university. And there we go. We also have Judicial Quackery of Colorado State Supreme Court. This is from Hal Turner. And there is quackery. Dishonest practices and claims to have special knowledge and skill in some field, typically medicine. Quackery. All right. So he says the ruling by the Colorado State Supreme Court, which held the President Trump is disqualified for the Republican primary election ballot pursuant to the 14th Amendment Insurrection Clause, is judiciary quackery. Firstly, there is no crime at either the state or federal level. Incitement to insurrection. The crime doesn't exist. As a matter of law, incitement cannot be prosecuted by a state unless the speech at issue was directed to causing imminent lawlessness, and imminent lawlessness was likely to occur. This is the two-part standard adopted by the U.S. Supreme Court in the Brandenburg versus Ohio 395 U.S. 44, 1969, and later reiterated by the same U.S. Supreme Court in Hess versus Indiana, 414 U.S. 105, 1973. Nothing said by Trump on January 6 could reasonably be viewed as a directed to producing imminent lawlessness or making imminent lawlessness likely to occur. Moreover, President Trump was tried and acquitted of incitement to insurrection during an impeachment number 2, which trial took place in the United States Senate from February 9th through February 13, 2021. In the impeachment, Trump was explicitly charged by the U.S. House with incitement to insurrection, and at a trial in the U.S. Senate, he was acquitted. It is important to remind everyone that Trump was no longer president when this impeachment took place. He was a private citizen. The first question that arose during this impeachment was, how can the government impeach a man who is no longer president? The reply from Congress was that it was being barred from holding office under the United States was one of the potential punishments from an impeachment process. And the House of Representatives was seeking exactly that. Then Trump was acquitted. As such, he has been tried and acquitted on the very accusation Colorado now presumes to use to bar him from the ballot. Have the justices on the Colorado Supreme Court ever heard of double jeopardy? It is forbidden in the country. I just love the little cartoon. Yep. Anyway, so Trump has not been convicted of a crime. His civil rights remain intact. Thus, he has the right to seek the Republican nomination for president of the United States, and there's nothing anyone can do about that. Had the so-called Justice of Colorado State Supreme Court bothered to apply actual legal thinking to the ruling, they would have seen there is no crime of incitement to insurrection. Trump has been tried and acquitted for the exact same conduct at the federal level, and his civil rights remain intact. Instead, the so-called justices of the Colorado State Supreme Court put on their rhetorical bozo, the clown mask, and became bozos in the black robes clowns. Their ruling shows them to be illegal incompetents who should be impeached from the bench by Colorado State Legislative immediately. I realize that a lot of people in this country are dumb as a post, but their so-called justices take the cake. Did they go to school to learn how to be this stupid, or does it just come naturally? Now, I'm not an attorney, so I cannot render a competent legal opinion, and that's good for the so-called justices in Colorado, because as a layman, I think there are actually blank is a crime here. Violation of the Title 18 United States Code, subsection 242, deprivation of rights under color of law. Here's the law from the Legal Information Institute, 18 U.S. Code 242, deprivation of rights under color of law. Whoever under the color of law, statute, or ordinance, regulation, or custom willfully suspects any person in any state, territory, commonwealth, possession, or district to the deprivation of any rights, privileges, or immunities secured or protected by the Constitution or the laws of the United States, or to different punishment, pains, or penalties on account of such person being an alien or by the reason of his color or race than prescribed for the punishment of citizen shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 1 year or both. And if bodily injury results from the acts committed in violation of this section, or if such acts include the use, attempted use, or threatened use or dangerous weapons, explosives, or fire, shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 10 years or both. And if both results from the acts committed in the violation of this section, or if the such acts include kidnapping or an attempt to kidnapping, aggravated sexual abuse, or an attempt to commit aggravated sexual abuse, or an attempt to kill, shall be fined under this title, or imprisoned for any term, or of years of for life, or both may be sentenced to death. What?
Just four of us going.
I don't know. Go ask Papa. In my layman's view, the Justice of Colorado State Supreme Court has violated the federal law shown above. They have moved to deprive Donald Trump of his constitutional right under color of law. You know, trying to make it look legal when it isn't. The real problem for the justice in Colorado and Democrats everywhere else is that Joe Biden never really got 81 million. The claim was a scam. The votes were fraudulent. The election was. Okay, so then he says they were only able to get away with it because the time they used the 19, an excuse to have mail-in ballots, and they had produced enough phony. Yeah. We've heard all that, right? It says as they're doing and thinking they can stop Trump from running. This action in Colorado is part of an effort. It has just as fraudulent as Biden's presidency. Cocaine was found at Biden's house. A dead body was found at Obama's house. A male prostitute was found at Pelosi's house. An illegal server was found at Clinton's house, and the FBI raided Trump's house. Sums it up, right? Anyway, yeah. So you always know how Hal Turner's such a lively man, right? And he is not in love with this administration at all, and he makes pulls no punches, right? But I have to say that he's pulled out some interesting tidbits there, in my opinion. Hello, Watchman. I hear you. Z is taking. Yeah, he's been saying that though. He's been saying it for a while, Watchman. He has. Wisconsin Elections Commission rejects the complaint against Trump fake electors for a second time. Wisconsin Bipartisan Elections Commission for a second time has unanimously rejected a complaint against the fake presidential electors who attempted to cast the state ballot for Donald Trump in 2020. The Wisconsin Election Commission first rejected the complaint in March 2022, but a judge in May ordered the commission to rehear the complaint, this time without one of its members who served as one of the fake electors for the former. The commission released its unanimous 5-0 decision to reject the complaint Wednesday without explaining why. The Elections Commission's discussion of the complaint, as well as its votes on Tuesday, were conducted in closed meetings. The complaint asked the Election Commission to investigate the fake electors' actions and declare that they broke the law. Last year, when it was rejected, a complaint the first time, the commission attached a letter from the Wisconsin Department of Justice that said that the Republicans who attempted to cast the state's 10 electoral votes, college votes, for Trump did not break any election laws. The State Justice Department concluded that Republicans were legitimately trying to preserve Trump's legal standing as courts were deciding if he or Biden won the election. Fake electors met in Wisconsin and on other battleground states. Trump lost attempting to cast ballots for the former president, even though he lost. Anyway, the fake electors settled a lawsuit filed against the Democrats seeking more than $2 million in damages. The case is proceeding against 2 of Trump's attorneys. Under the settlement, Madison-based law firm forwarded a filed original complaint. Elections Commission against the electors agreed to withdraw the second complaint, but the Election Commission was still free to take action on the complaint, which the attorney noted on Wednesday when announcing it was rejected. So I'm curious, why, if there was a crime committed, do you guys not think that they would not fully pursue this crime that has been committed? I don't know about y'all. Okay, Watchman, you have a blessed day.
Come on, you already said it 5 times in that article. The fake election guy.
Yeah, they said they were fake. If it was a fake. Anyway, let's see.
The fake election guy that passed the vote for that committee.
Let's see.
Will we leave it?
Avery.
In just a minute.
But I'm bringing Nancy.
Oh my gosh.
All right. And let's see. We'll do this one. It's probably. All right. So Xi warned Biden during a summit that Beijing will reunify Taiwan with China. Jinping's bluntly told Joe Biden during the recent summit in San Francisco that Beijing will reunify Taiwan with mainland China, but the timing has not yet been decided, according to 3 current and former U.S. officials. Xi told Biden in a group meeting attended by a dozen of American and Chinese officials that China's preference to take Taiwan peacefully, not by force, the official said. The Chinese leader also referenced public predictions by U.S. military leaders who say that Xi's plan to take Taiwan in 2025 or 2027, telling Biden that they were wrong because he has not set a time frame, according to the 2 current and 1 former official briefed on the meeting. Chinese officials also asked in advance of the summit that Biden make a public statement after the meeting saying that the U.S. supports China's goals of a peaceful unification with Taiwan and does not support Taiwanese independence. They said the White House rejected the Chinese request. A spokesperson for the National Security Council declined to comment. The revelation provided previously unreported details about a critical meeting between the 2 leaders that was intended to reduce the tensions between their countries. Xi's private warning to Biden will not markedly different from the past public comments on reunifying Taiwan got the attention of U.S. officials because it was delivered at a time when China's behavior toward Taiwan is seen as increasingly aggressive and ahead of a potentially pivotal presidential election in the self-governing Democratic island next month. After the initial publication of the story, Senator Lindsey Graham issued a statement calling for Republicans and Democrats to work together to deter China. The story is reported as being unnerving. Graham said, I will be working with Democrat and Republican senators to do two things quickly. First, create a robust defense supplement for Taiwan, and second, draft pre-envisioned sanctions from hell to impose on China if they take action to seize Taiwan. Yeah. Anyway, I don't think they'll do anything if it happens, only because they have as much as admitted that it belongs to China several times over, right? But they also continue to say that they will support Taiwan. So who knows what's going to happen there? But that is the update. We have been hearing
That's a true
Z,
definition of two-faced.
right? We've been hearing Z claim that, they're taking Taiwan. They will take it by force if necessary, yada, yada, yada. It's been an ongoing rhetoric, I think, is the best word for it, and it will continue. And I think that anytime they need a distraction, we get this type of communication coming forth, right? Anyway, I love you all. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and we will see you later. Bye.